Oh my god, what kind of a start to the journey is this? I'm over this. I'm so sick of this.
Almost 2 years ago, we left it all behind for a chance at the sailing adventure of a lifetime.
It has not been smooth sailing since then, but together we are learning and laughing our way through.
Our hope is that if we laugh long enough, we can make our merry way around the world.
And this
is a Millennial Falcon. So this evening's update. Adam has been working on episodes. It's now about 6 p.m. We had to shower, we got everything ready, everything's pretty well stowed. We were about an hour from leaving, as in we just need to go check out customs, haul our boat up on the deck tomorrow morning, and then we're ready to go. We're all good. Our buddy boat, on the other hand, is not as ready. And when I say buddy boat, this is our friend Kenny, who kind of arrived like within a few days of us, and we knew him from like sailing around the Caribbean, and so he was like, oh, let's kind of leave around the same time. So Kenny sent a message to Adam about half an hour ago and was like, yeah, my water pump on his engine is not working. So Adam's just gone over now to go and see what's going on. We're very ready to leave as of tomorrow morning, and this has happened. So we will see. This is our 6 p.m. update. Fingers crossed Adam will come back at like 7 p.m, everything's sorted and we're still ready to go, but who knows at the moment. It might be a false, this whole leaving tomorrow thing might just be a false alarm. You're back, you're back!
No, so it wasn't the engine pump.
Thank God!
I don't know, he didn't understand what we were asking. It is the house electric water pump.
Oh, phew!
So I just said like, oh, do you have any others around? And he twigged that he had his deck wash pump. So he put that in, and it doesn't work. So we'll have to give him one of ours spare pumps, because he's got he doesn't have the foot pump to get any water. So without a house water pump, he's got no water.
He does, I believe, have 52 gallons of...
So he's got 52 bottled waters, 52 gallon bottles of water.
It's a good thing that we have a water pump shop here.
Now, I'm going to test this before I give it to him. Can I...
With the new water pump installed on Kenny's boat, we were back on track for our departure the next day. So it's the day that we're leaving. We are now, it's 8 o'clock now. We are testing all of our satellite communication things with our buddy boat to make sure we can still chat to each other. Adam's just also downloading the newest group file. We kind of good to go. We've got our coffees. I'd say we had a bit of a sleepless night. Actually, Ads, get in the frame if you want. No? Okay. We had a sleepless night, so possibly Adam isn't looking his best handsome self. We're planning about 15 days on passage. Oh, 15 to 20 days maybe that it might take. Adam's like, go up from 15, go up. And we think that the weather forecast looks like we might be becalmed more often than we're going to face bad weather, but I think we're both a little bit anxious anyway. I'm anxious about bad weather myself. So yeah, I don't know, we just need to kind of get ourselves moving this morning and just go in there and just start facing it really, I think. But yeah, our first step would just be to go to customs. We need to stock up on some more cheese. This is very important in our morning preparations. And then that's it, we'll start heading off from there. Well, this is a good start. It's just started raining. Oh, I can't tell you how nervous I am. I'm feeling like sick nervous. It's really weird. This is actually the first time I've felt nervous thinking about kind of crossing, like when it's really happening. I'm really like, oh. I was in the customs office and I was like feeling really sick. We're just about to haul up anchor. I think pretty sure we're ready to go.
Bermuda Radio, Bermuda Radio, Bermuda Radio. This is Millennial Falcon on 27. Over. Thoughts?
Millennial Falcon, Bermuda Radio on 27. Good morning, loud and clear.
Bermuda Radio, Millennial Falcon, good morning to you. Just letting you know we'll be departing through the Channel town cut, headed for the Azores in about 10 minutes. Over.
See you again. Bye. Standing by now.
Thank you very much. We had a pleasant stay standing by on 16 and 27.
Very, very good. Standing by.
Wow, this is it. This is it. No turning back now. Okay, there is. Okay. No vibrations, this is good. Oh my god, your hat! Show the camera. Yeah. Wow. Pretty bad. How are you feeling, Bob?
I feel good. Like I certainly don't have like a bad feeling, and we shouldn't be doing this. It's just the perfectly normal anxiety that you would have leaving on your first ocean crossing, really. So we've done everything we can. Like unless we're gonna, rebuild the boat from the ground up, we're as ready as we're gonna be. We've got all the information that we could have. People are tracking our movements. We've got 2 EPIRBs, we've got life raft done, safe as we can be. Like all three out of four forecasts are bang on each other, and they're all like kind of exactly what we have here. 13 to 15 knots out of the southeast, which is pretty well right. Southwest, which gives us a really great run for the first 3 days. And then the outlook after that is pretty good too. And there's plenty of boats ahead of us. There's boats that left 12 hours ago. There's boats leaving in an hour. There's going to be boats leaving. There's literally a powerboat barreling up behind us as I speak. So we're amongst a fleet. It's as good as it's going to get.
Don't entirely
First day on passage.
First day on passage, I'm disappointed in myself. I got seasick. And I know this sounds really stupid for somebody who lives on a boat to get seasick, but I do get seasick. And today was it wasn't a fun day of sailing.
It was a great day of sailing.
I haven't felt seasick for so long, so long, for like months. And we got out this calmest anchorage ever that we've been in now for like about 2 weeks or so, maybe a bit less. And like within 5 minutes I was like, well, I feel horrible. And I took some tablets, and then I kind of like felt drowsy, and then yeah, so that's just kind of been my days, just lolling around and just sleeping here and there. Eddie?
I think it's been a great first day, if I'm honest. So it was tipped to be kind of what it is now, like 13 to 15 knots. But we came out of Town Cut in Bermuda, put the sails up, and then straight away it just went from like 16 to 18 to 19 to 20 something. And we were screaming along. Like we had one reef and a full Genoa out. We were doing 7.5, 8 knots, no worries. Like the buddy boat that left with us, we've opened up about a 30-mile gap, and he left about an hour after us, if that. And the people who left, like the other sort of boats in the vicinity who we're in touch with, left 24 hours ago.
Yeah,
and they're maybe more, and they're 40, 50 miles ahead of us only now. Yeah, so we're in a good place, and we're making great pace. So we've taken a second reef just for the night, just to sort of settle into a nice groove for the evening. We've got 16 knots on a beam, and we're making 6.5, 7 knots. The seas are a little bit they're not high, but they're short period, and it's a cross sea, it's fine. It's just a little bit rolly. Certainly not enough to annoy anyone too much. And hopefully this is just how it stays all night. We just have a nice easy night doing 6 knots, no dramas. So yeah, should be in for a dark but clean and smooth night.
So weird to be sailing away from the sun, as quoted by Adam 2 seconds ago.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for.
This is a day 3, 9 p.m. update. It's been a really, really shitty 2 days. It really has been. We weren't even dressed yesterday because I was pretty much seasick the whole time and was just comatose. 8 a.m. today, got woken up by the sound of a foghorn, and I looked around and like Adam was downstairs sleeping, still doing our shift stuff, and I was like, where the hell is this boat coming from? I was on watch, I didn't see any boat, didn't know what's happening. Adam obviously leapt out of bed because there's a freaking foghorn going on. Well, I'm looking around thinking that it's our foghorn on the thing. No, it's not the foghorn. Adam looks inside in our engine bay and the prop shaft has fallen out the back of the boat. We have put zinc on it and we did everything correctly. There are so many things that we've done, I'm not even going to address them here. Look back on so many other episodes and see what we've done. And it's fallen off, so that happened there. Put it back on while we were at sea, did bare poles, put it back on, and motored, and have motored since then. After that, we made the decision to turn back around to Bermuda. We're about 200 miles away from Bermuda. So we made the decision to go back around. We just don't trust this prop shaft anymore, so we're going to go back around, we're going to pick up a new nut, possibly check the transmission, and that's that. So we're heading back around to Bermuda. On our way back to Bermuda, this is now 9 o'clock at night right now, and just for the sunset, I was like, Adam, the jib seems like it's luffing a little bit, and it'd been luffing like a little bit, probably because it was like wound in halfway. Then I had a look and I was like, I feel like something's wrong with the top of it. Scratching my head thinking, what the hell is it? The freaking jib halyard, the thing that hoists the jib up, has come undone, and this is just when the sun is setting. In fact, it's pretty much dark. So we lost the
Jib halyard's come off. That stupid ring, that metal ring.
Of the top?
Yeah. It's gone.
It's just broken itself off from the top of the jib. So we then proceeded the last hour to put the jib down, put the staysail up, turn the motor on. Then we thought that we can use the spinnaker halyard to hoist the jib back up again. So this is what we've been doing since then. For about the last hour we've been going up and down, racing around, and we don't have any night vision cameras. So this is the update. After it's all happened, and my god, I'm sweaty, and thankfully Adam and I we didn't panic. Would you say that we panicked?
No, despite
falling apart,
almost in every possible fashion.
Yeah, like everything around us is just falling apart, and we're like, okay, what do we do now? All right, let's put this up, let's put the main, let's put the staysail. We were very calm about it at least, which is really good. So yeah, that's that. Thankfully, we're on our way heading back to Bermuda in the first place.
Oh my god, what kind of a start to the journey is this?
It's terrible. It's so bad.
The journey's over. I don't know if we're going to be able to get ready again after, like, I don't know.
It's like the beginning to the. Yeah, exactly. Like as Adam said, like we're on really shaky ground in terms of our faith in this boat, and I don't know if I want to have faith in it in the next week. Like, I don't know if I can have faith in it if we try and turn everything around in the next week to go back out there again. I don't know.
Even if I do get that prop shaft to stay on with a new nut or a split pin or a like thread locker red or something, it's still got a systemic problem of that vibration that's causing it to come loose in the first place.
Yeah.
Which I suspect is linked to the vibration in the engine when we're motoring at certain RPM, which tells me it's the gearbox problem, which is not something you want to be charging off into the sunset with.
So yeah, that's our day 3. And usually our day 3 update was that we felt miserable and morale was low. This brings day 3 updates to like all new heights. Ridiculous.
Whole new lows.
Yeah, heights, lows, ups, downs, everything.
Please, can we just have the rest of the night off, Mrs. Boat? And Mr. Weather?
What's today's issue?
Can't even give it words. So we put the motor on because the wind is just gone. Forecast had sort of a nice little tail breeze on the way in, and it's turned out to just be nothing. So we're like, okay, we'll just motor 100 miles in, get it done. The autopilot switched itself off with what I assume is a high voltage alarm. So then I went down to check the voltage regulator, and it's 16.8 volts. So I pulled the plug on the solder and checked the Balmar regulator, and it's chasing like 17 volts. So
we turn the engine off. Now we're trying to sail there in 6 knots of breeze.
on the nose.
Fun things to do at sea.
At least it's not a really rubbish day. I'm trying to stay very positive and just keep saying to myself, it could have happened at a worse time.
Yep, this is very true.
At least it's like, as far as the North Atlantic goes, pretty calm, pretty flat. There's no intensive sailing. And the autopilot came back to life once we stopped overcharging the batteries, which is good. So now I am giving the charge controller just a good old clean on the terminals, because that is 9 times out of 10 the problem. We haven't really had this particular issue before, but we've had problems with this controller before. I love how they give you like red, white, blue, brown and black, and you get a black and white drawing with shades of grey. It's really helpful. Thank you for that.
I wish I had Adam's enthusiasm right now. He's really actually getting stuff done, and I'm just like, I'm here for moral support.
Hey, don't knock the moral support. I feel so much better about being down here troubleshooting when I've got someone to like
Really?
just chat with, like vibe with.
Yeah.
Like, even sometimes I know that you don't have a clue what I'm talking about. Just the simple fact of having someone to bounce something off and be like, oh, what if it's this? And I know that you don't know what I'm talking about. But
It's just that you're not here by yourself.
it's just
Doing
literally,
a crappy
yeah.
job.
It's just not being down here alone in it and with a problem to solve, and like you upstairs waiting for me to fix it.
Yeah.
At least if we sit down here together, I don't feel so alone in the problem.
Yeah. I'm helping. Totally.
I smell a rat.
No votes. What's the verdict, Az? What do they tell us? What's the great advice?
If the voltage on the blue wire is 0 or unexpected, which it is, contact our technical support staff and email us at balmar@balmar.net. Sure thing, mate. 120 miles offshore. Love to just sit on the phone with you, shoot the breeze.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. Well, I'm just going to press on, clean these terminals and just reset the thing and see if they... I can't afford to wait for them to tell me that I need a new one or something. Whatever silly answer they're going to come up with. It's in a bulk charge state, battery voltage 13.9. It's good. It's now chasing a reasonable target, not 16 bloody volts.
Where the hell did that come from?
I reckon it was it had corrosion on the terminal, and so it was chasing, it thought it had less voltage, and so it was chasing much higher, or I don't know, something like that. So we'll just keep an eye on that. It shouldn't go above that 14.5.
The autopilot's voltage alarm went off again as almost 17 volts flooded into our battery bank, cooking the batteries. Cleaning the terminals apparently had not fixed the problem at all.
How can one
one boat this much grief. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm better over this.
That is ridiculous. Like, we've lost sails, we've lost autopilot, we've got charge control problems. We fucking lost the propeller shaft in 2 days.
And now we can't turn on our batteries. Should I try again?
Yeah, try again. It's overheated up, maybe. I don't know.
I'm so sick of this boat. I'm so sick. I'm over this.
After much troubleshooting, I finally managed to find a solution using the inbuilt charge controller on our alternator to regulate the voltage so we could safely motor back to Bermuda without cooking the batteries.
Wow, well now we can finally see each other in that shit. We have not had one argument during any of this. I am quite pleased with us. Thank you. Adam got us through most of this, in fact all of this. So he's done very well. He deserves big praise this episode, he really does. Every bit of that. What did they just make you do, Ads?
Phonetically spell on the radio Millennial Falcon. This guy's ridiculous. Every time we come here, he gives me a hard time on the radio, and then he's like, okay.
It's like, how many L's, how many N's in our name? Ah, I regret naming us such.
We were here 3 days ago, and he had like my mother's maiden name.
We have you logged as Millennial Falcon, not Millennium Falcon. It just gets confusing and complicated when the link to the vessel is incorrect or has changed. So just to clarify, it is Millennium or Millennial?
It is Millennial Falcon. Millennial Falcon. Over.
And it wasn't safe to continue for another 16 days with those issues. Over.
Why does it care what's wrong with our boat? Oh, I guess in case they need to know whether there's a tow required or not, maybe.
Dry land.
Dry land. How many days? A whopping 4 days.
Whopping 4 days.
And the most eventful sail that we've ever had.
The worst and the most eventful.
The most eventful. Yeah, we need to go check into customs and then we're just going to go and have a shower and we'll update you guys on our thoughts and what we're thinking, obviously. We'll update you guys on our thoughts after we've had a shower, some food and probably crack open a few beers. How do you spell Millennial Falcon?
Could you please spell that phonetically for me?
How do you spell it, baby?
Oh God. No, I'm like glad you were there. I should have written it down and then done it. Mike, India, Lima, Lima, India, November, November, India, Alpha, Lima. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Space.
Next one, come on.
Break.
Second word.
Foxtrot, Alpha, Lima, Charlie, Oscar, November.
Good job, well done. I think he deserves a Coke for that.